Stop trusting smiles. That's how they get close enough to strike. They won't raise their voice. They won't come storming in like villains in a movie. No. Real betrayal walks in calmly. It speaks softly. It laughs with you. It learns you. It studies you. And the moment your defenses lower, the knife goes in. Not through your back, through your trust. We live in a world where danger doesn't dress like danger anymore. It dresses like friendship. It sounds like love. It feels like safety. And if you make the mistake of looking vulnerable, they won't see pain. They'll see an opening. That's not paranoia. That's preparation. You don't need to be broken to be destroyed. All you have to do is look breakable. That's why people who overshare online, who cry in public, who expose their emotional bruises, become targets. They think people will understand. No, the wrong people will only observe. They'll note your weaknesses. They'll remember your triggers. And when the time comes, they'll test you. Machiavelli didn't preach survival through kindness. He mastered it through perception. He knew he didn't have to be invincible. He just had to look like he couldn't be touched. And that's where your power begins. Not with brute strength, but with the image you project. If you want to be untouchable, start right now. Erase the illusion of fragility. Stand tall. Clean your face of tears. Stop telling strangers what hurts. The wolves are always watching. Let them wonder what's beneath your surface. Let them question what you're capable of. Never let them see what you fear. The world doesn't reward transparency. It rewards mystery. The world doesn't respect openness. It fears unreadability. Stay sharp, stay quiet, stay untouchable. It's a brutal truth, but it's a liberating one. Because in this reality, what defines your fate isn't who you are on the inside. It's what others perceive. People don't respond to your character. They respond to your aura. They react to what you show, not what you feel. You could be the most compassionate, intelligent, grounded person alive. But if you present yourself as hesitant, as uncertain, as soft, then don't be surprised when the world tries to walk through you. Look weak, and someone will test you. Look unsure, and someone will try to lead you. Appear vulnerable, and someone will try to own you. Not because you deserve it, but because human instinct is wired to exploit whatever looks breakable. Machiavelli understood that. That's why he wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." That line alone is a roadmap for survival. You're not judged by your reality. You're judged by your illusion. The mask you wear is more powerful than the person underneath. And if that scares you, it shouldn't. Because it means you get to choose. You get to create. You get to construct the version of yourself that the world reacts to. You get to choose whether you walk like prey or like a force. That's why power isn't about being stronger than everyone else. It's about controlling your presence, controlling your reactions, controlling the story before others write it for you. When you enter a room, do people see someone they can push, someone they can manipulate, or do they pause? Do they hesitate? Do they feel the weight of your presence before you even speak? Power doesn't come from shouting. It comes from being unshakably still, silent, focused, intentional. Every word you speak, every look you give, every move you make should serve a purpose. That's how your perception becomes your shield. You don't owe the world your truth. You owe yourself your protection. So stop exposing the softest parts of you to people who haven't earned the right to hold them. Stop broadcasting your wounds like trophies. This world doesn't hand out sympathy. It weaponizes what you show. They don't need proof to hurt you. They just need to believe you're vulnerable. And once that image enters their minds, it's nearly impossible to remove. So you erase it before it forms. You take control of your image before someone else takes it from you. You become unreadable. You become untouchable. You become the person no one dares to test. Not because you shouted, but because you didn't have to. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to justify your pain. You don't need to rant online to strangers hoping they'll understand. They won't. And the ones who pretend to care, they're just taking notes. So shut the doors. Stop letting people into places they have no business entering. Be kind, but be distant. Be polite, but never predictable. Let them sense your presence, but never your pulse. Suffer in silence, not because you're bottling it all up, but because not everyone deserves access to your vulnerability. Pain is sacred, and when you hand it to someone recklessly, it becomes leverage. You want to be untouchable? Then start with this. Speak less. Watch more. Every word you say reveals a piece of your strategy, your fear, your edge. Say too much, and you hand people the exact tools to dismantle you. So flip the script. Let them speak. Let them reveal. And you just observe. The more they talk, the more you learn. Second, detach emotion from your decisions. Emotional people are easy to trap. They beg for apologies. They regret too fast. They chase validation. You move like a scalpel. Precise, intentional, unshaken. Your actions are not cries for understanding. They are executions of purpose. Third, stop craving approval. Approval is the tightest leash in existence. The moment someone knows you need their affection or their praise, they own you. Rejection becomes their weapon. Silence becomes their power. But when you stop needing to be liked, you become immune to control. Respect is earned in silence, not applause. Fourth, control access. Be a fortress. If everyone can reach you, everyone can study you. And when they study you, they learn your weaknesses. You are not obligated to be available. You are not required to be an open book. Be distant. Be unpredictable. You're not here to be known. You're here to be untouchable. And above all else, remember this. Your power lives in your mystery. Your image is your armor. Your silence is your strategy. People don't fear the ones who yell. They fear the ones who watch, the ones who wait, the ones who strike with no warning, the ones who vanish after impact. That's not manipulation, that's mastery. You don't need to announce your growth. You don't need to post your progress. You are your progress. You are the storm behind calm eyes. You are the threat no one sees until it's too late. So hold your power close. Let your movements be exact. Let your presence cause hesitation. Let your silence speak for you. Because every time you cry in public, rant to strangers, or explain yourself to people who haven't earned that privilege, you're handing them the blueprint to break you. They won't strike while you're strong. They'll wait. They'll wait until you relax, until you feel safe, until you think they're your ally. Then, when your mask slips, just for a moment, they move in. Not with anger, not with fists, but with silence, with distance, with cold precision. That's how it happens. That's how you lose control of your image, by exposing the real you before you're ready to be feared. So what do? You shut it down. You become the echo instead of the explanation. You become the presence they respect before they ever understand. Because once they think they understand you, they start to control you. So instead, you become unreadable. Not out of fear, out of strategy. Be the storm they can't predict, the mask they can't remove, the shadow they can't follow. You're not here to be explained. You're here to be felt. You don't enter rooms anymore. You shift atmospheres. You don't speak to be heard. You speak to change the temperature. You don't chase understanding. You demand respect through silence, through presence, through power. Let others overshare, overreact, and overexpose. You stay silent. You stay sharp. You stay untouchable. Because the ones who win in this world, the ones who dominate, aren't the loudest in the room. They're the ones who make the room fall quiet when they enter. By the time anyone figures you out, your next move is already complete. This is the art of becoming the unseen force. This is the evolution, from being watched to being worshipped, from being vulnerable to being legendary. Your mask is your mirror now. And when they look into it, they'll see their own fear staring back. That's how you dominate. That's how you survive. That's how you become untouchable.